Hello everybody, Incon here, coming at you with another giveaway here for YouTube, guys. We're going to be doing a 1,500 gem giveaway today. You're going to be able to enter into that down in the description. We'll also have our jersey giveaway, which is finishing up. I mean, I think it's like only a day or two left now. As well as our computer giveaway, which is in its final month as well, if you haven't entered into those. The gems, guys, you will be able to get them on any platform, Xbox, PlayStation, computer. Gems are always all platforms, so feel free to enter from the consoles. I know you console guys were asking for a giveaway for you, so this is for you. You can win and get those gems. Now, at the end of this video, we'll also have our COG SCYLLA winners, guys. We have our 3 COG SCYLLA winners, and we also are going to answer your question. So make sure that if you asked a question last week and it didn't get answered, guys, feel free to ask again down in the comments, and I might be answering your question next week. So don't worry about it. So let's get into some of these questions, shall we? Ace Trainer asks, is Tara a viable solo lane? So a lot of people thought that she might be viable in the solo. The reason being that her 3 combined with her 1 is crazy clear. As far as Guardian clear goes, pretty much the best as far as like a support would go. Like, yeah, if you built Hades damage, you full clear. But as far as a typical support goes, Tara is the best clear with their 1-3 combo. It's insane. But she brings no damage to the table, like 0. They gave her a little bit with her punches, but I mean like a little bit. Like some tiny Incon nada nonsense. So no, I would not play her in the solo lane. She's a great support though. She brings tons of clear, she brings the healing, she brings lots of CC. Her ultimate's great for helping across the map as well as in your lane, looking for kills, getting away from getting ganked. She's actually incredibly strong, and I'm looking forward to play her in like an SPL setting. As soon as she's available. But for now, stick away from her from everything except for support. Cody O'Hara asks, my favorite god to play would have to be Zeus, but I rarely see him played in competitive or ranked matches. Is he viable in either of those? 100% in ranked you can play Zeus. Zeus destroys people in ranked. In competitive, he comes in and out. There was a period in competitive where he was super in the meta. And he was like becoming top pick at that point. Not necessarily banned, but like a top pick. People were really focused on getting as their mage because his clear was so strong back in the purple pot meta. It was crazy, and you could do so much damage with him. But right now, mid is very focused on surviving. You're going to see a lot of gods that have good escapes. So you're looking at Janus in the mid lane, Raishin, Neith, Woojer, Chiron, a lot of hunters because they all have getaway skills. A lot of these mages that have a lot of getaway skills. Those are the more people that are popular right now in mid. Yes, you can play him, and yes, he will definitely get played competitively this season because he does a ton of damage. Just raw. He just does so much damage even if you're behind. But we're going to see more leaning towards those getaway gods. Fedekin asks, can you give some tips regarding warding? It's one of the parts that's hard for me to figure out. So, warding is kind of straightforward. So first off, sentry wards. You don't want to really start getting sentry wards until probably around the 6-minute post mark. Right around then, it's a good time for you to start thinking about picking up sentries instead of just regular wards. Earlier than that, you can just throw out as many regular wards as you want to because they're not really going to be counter warding themselves. So there's no point to counter ward if there's no counter wards kind of thing. It ends up kind of washing itself out. So get yourself regular wards for the first 6 minutes. At 6 minutes, get yourself a sentry and a regular ward. You want to put your sentries in high volume areas, okay? So I'm talking Gold Fury, Fire Giant, the 4 spots at the mid camps on either side, right? So you've got 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Those are like really high volume areas that you want your sentry wards on because there's a good chance that there's going to be a ward there. With your regular ward, you want to put it in low volume areas. So you want to put it like near the Gold Fury, but outside of a sentry ward range. You want to put it inside their red buff and the speed buff. You want to put it just over the Gold Fury and the Fire Giant. Those like places that would still be nice to have vision, but that they're not going to get counter warded, so you still have the vision and you don't lose it. Alex Martin asks, as a support, what relics would I get if I wanted to play aggressive? If you're playing aggressive, in the laning phase, the best one's going to be Weakening Curse by far. Especially if you go into lane and they don't end up having a sprint. That means that the ADC is going to have to use beads to get the weakening off of him, and the support presumably then has either shell or meditation. They're going to have to pop either one of those. If it's meditation, then they're really, really screwed. If it's shell, then they're going to have 5 seconds, of course, of protections, but you can still hurt them quite a bit. That's going to be your most aggressive relic. Secondarily, you could go sprint. Sprint, of course, giving you lots of movement speed, which allows you to play aggressive. It's not effective as weakening curse in lane for the kills, but typically the sprint's going to transfer into your team fights and be a lot more efficient than the weakening curse, outside of if they have healers, in which case you needed the weakening curse to begin with. Finally, Sinofo asks, you said in your new support video that shell is virtually always a better relic than meditation. Is there a time you should get meditation instead? So shell is always a better relic than meditation pretty much in early team fights. So when you think about an early team fight, you're going to start team fighting, at least 3v3 fighting around 7 minutes, usually give or take. Shell, if you pop it at the start of a fight with the 45 protections plus the percentage reduction, is going to give you way more hit points than meditation, if that makes sense. So if you block 300 damage compared to getting 150 health from meditation, you got more health from shell. So that's basically what it does. As the game goes on, the mana aspect of meditation becomes a little bit more interesting towards the mid-game team fights. The ability to use multiple meditations once your solo laner gets a meditation as well, or maybe your jungle gets a meditation. Once you start getting multiple meditation, it starts becoming really effective because somebody gets down to half health and then poof, you're back up full again. So they baited people into the back line, then you're full health and you kill them. So there's lots of uses for it. But as far as a level 1 active, I wouldn't worry too much about meditation as a support. I'd be leaning more towards shell, sprint, weakening, curse, those, and then looking at meditation as a second active. Alright guys, those are the questions that you asked me this week. If you have a question for our next video, make sure you leave it down in the comments, guys, and I will get to it. We have 3 COG SCYLLA winners, guys. Check your emails if you're a winner, and it will be there for you. Our winners were Daniel Carter, Brandon Carl Atkins, and Logan Cartman. Congratulations to y'all 3 on winning the COG SCYLLA code. Don't forget to enter into the gem giveaway, guys. And of course, we'll have another giveaway next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a twitchin' day, y'all. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-boo. The final countdown.